Your doctor charges $200 for a visit. The pharmacy charges $80 for a bottle of pills. And somewhere in your kitchen right now, there are tiny jars sitting on a shelf, probably dusty, probably forgotten, that have been doing the same job for over 5,000 years. Here's what nobody tells you: the most powerful anti-inflammatory compound ever studied by scientists costs $3 at the grocery store. And yet, people walk right past it every week. Today I'm going to show you 9 spices that researchers, doctors, and ancient healers have all agreed on, and by the end of this video, you're going to look at your spice rack completely differently. Let's start with the one that makes scientists nervous. Spice number 1, turmeric. The one that made pharmaceutical companies pay attention. In 1995, the U.S. Patent Office received an application to patent turmeric as a wound-healing agent. India filed a legal challenge. Why? Because Indian healers had been using turmeric for wounds for over 4,000 years, it was already documented in Sanskrit texts from 250 BC. India won. The active compound in turmeric is called curcumin. A 2021 review analyzed over 12,500 studies on this one compound. What did they find? Curcumin blocks the main switch for chronic inflammation in the human body. And chronic inflammation is now linked to heart disease, Alzheimer's, depression, cancer, diabetes, and arthritis. One switch. One spice. Here's the practical part most people miss: curcumin on its own is hard for your body to absorb. You can eat it all day and barely get the benefit. The simple fix? Add black pepper. A compound in black pepper called piperine increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. That's not a typo. So the rule is simple: turmeric and black pepper, together, every single day. Put them both in your eggs, your soup, your rice, anything. Your body will do the rest. Spice number 2, ginger. The nausea killer that outperformed prescription drugs. In 2005, researchers at the University of Rochester ran a study with chemotherapy patients. Half got standard anti-nausea medication. Half got ginger. Ginger reduced nausea 40% more than the prescription drug in cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy. Ginger works by directly calming the part of your brain that triggers nausea and vomiting. It also reduces inflammation in your gut at the same time. That's why it works for morning sickness, motion sickness, food poisoning, and post-surgery nausea, all through the same mechanism. But here's the part most people don't know. A 2015 study found that people who ate ginger daily for just 11 days reduced muscle soreness from exercise by 25%. Not a little bit. A quarter. Athletes spend hundreds of dollars on recovery supplements every month when ginger has been sitting in the kitchen the whole time. Fresh ginger, dried ginger, ginger tea, ginger powder, any form works. Your body absorbs it either way. Start with half a teaspoon a day and build from there. Spice number 3, cinnamon. The blood sugar spike stopper. In 2003, a study published in Diabetes Care gave type 2 diabetes patients just 1 gram of cinnamon per day, that's half a teaspoon. After 40 days, their fasting blood sugar dropped by up to 29%. Now, cinnamon doesn't cure diabetes. But it does something remarkable: it contains a compound that mimics what insulin does in your body. It helps your cells absorb sugar from your blood more efficiently. Think of it like giving your body a little helper that makes the whole sugar processing system run smoother. Here's the critical thing most people get wrong: the cinnamon in most grocery stores is not the right kind. The cheap, common variety, called cassia, contains a compound that can stress your liver if you use it daily in large amounts. The one you want is Ceylon cinnamon. It's also called true cinnamon. It's lighter in color, slightly sweeter, and a little more expensive. But when you're using something every single day, the type matters. Check the label before you buy. Half a teaspoon a day in your morning coffee, oatmeal, or yogurt. That's it. If this is already changing how you think about your kitchen, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this video reach people who need this information. And if you want more videos like this, real science, no supplements to sell, no agenda, subscribe. I put out one of these every week. Now let's keep going because spice number 4 has a World War story that most people have never heard. Spice number 4, garlic. The natural antibiotic that survived 2 world wars. During World War I, the British military ran out of antibiotics. Their solution? They applied garlic juice directly to infected wounds. It worked. Thousands of soldiers survived infections that would have killed them otherwise. The reason garlic works as an antibiotic is a compound called allicin. But here's the thing, allicin doesn't exist inside whole garlic. It only forms when garlic is crushed or chopped and then sits in open air for about 10 minutes. Most people crush garlic and throw it straight into a hot pan, and they destroy most of the benefit before it even forms. The correct method is simple: crush your garlic, set a timer for 10 minutes, then cook it. That one change makes a real difference. A 2016 study found that aged garlic extract reduced sick days from colds and flu by 61%. A large review of 12 separate trials found it consistently lowered blood pressure, by an average that's comparable to some medications. Garlic is not a replacement for your doctor. But there's a reason every culture in human history, from ancient Egypt to ancient China, used it as medicine. They were onto something real. Spice number 5, cayenne pepper. The metabolism trigger in your kitchen. The compound that makes cayenne pepper hot is called capsaicin. When you eat it, it activates heat-sensing proteins in your body. Your body responds by generating more heat internally, and generating heat burns calories. This process is called thermogenesis. A 2012 Purdue University study found that people who ate cayenne with their meals burned an extra 10 calories per meal on average. That sounds small. But that's over 300 extra calories burned per month, just from a $2 spice. More importantly, cayenne reduces appetite. The same study found that people who didn't regularly eat spicy food experienced noticeably reduced cravings after eating cayenne, specifically for fatty, salty, and sweet foods. That's not nothing. Cravings are where most diets fall apart. Capsaicin is also used in medical pain relief creams for arthritis and nerve pain. It works by depleting the chemical your nerves use to send pain signals to your brain. When that chemical runs low, the pain signal weakens. Nature put a painkiller in your hot sauce. Use it. Spice number 6, cloves. The strongest antioxidant on earth, and nobody's talking about it. You've seen blueberries marketed as a superfood everywhere. They have an antioxidant score of about 4,669 units per 100 grams. Cloves score 290,283. That's not a small difference. That's 60 times more antioxidant power than blueberries. Antioxidants protect your cells from damage. The more damage your cells take over time, the faster you age and the higher your risk of serious disease. The key compound in cloves is called eugenol. It's so potent that dentists used clove oil for toothaches and oral surgery for centuries, before modern anesthetics even existed. If you've ever had a dental procedure and smelled something sharp and medicinal, that was clove oil. Dentists still use it today. Early-stage research is also looking at eugenol's potential effects on cancer cells in lab settings. The results are interesting. We're not making any big claims, the research is still early. But for an antioxidant this powerful, that sits in your spice rack, it's worth knowing about. Use cloves in your tea, your rice, your stews. A tiny amount goes a long way. Spice number 7, fenugreek. The spice that works on 3 body systems at once. Most people have never heard of fenugreek. That's a shame, because a proper clinical trial, double-blind, placebo-controlled, the gold standard of research, found that men who took fenugreek extract daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in energy, libido, and testosterone levels. Especially men over 40. Fenugreek contains compounds that appear to stop the body from converting its natural testosterone into estrogen. More testosterone stays in the system, available to do its job. But fenugreek isn't just for men. It's one of the most well-researched natural ways to support milk production in breastfeeding mothers. It's been used for this purpose across cultures for centuries. Modern research has confirmed why it works. And on top of that, it regulates blood sugar. Its fiber slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream after a meal. So instead of a sharp spike and crash, your energy stays steadier throughout the day. One spice. Hormonal health. Breastfeeding support. Blood sugar control. All in clinical research. Most people have never even heard its name. Spice number 8, cardamom. The heart spice nobody prescribed you. In 2009, researchers gave 20 patients with high blood pressure 3 grams of cardamom powder every day for 12 weeks. At the end of the study, every single one of the 20 patients showed significant blood pressure reduction. All 20 also reported feeling better overall. Cardamom works partly by acting as a natural diuretic. It helps your body release excess fluid, which reduces the pressure your heart has to work against. It also contains antioxidants that protect your arteries from a specific type of damage that leads to plaque buildup. Here's the thing worth remembering: cardamom tea has been a morning ritual across the Middle East and South Asia for thousands of years. People drank it every day, not knowing the science, just knowing it made them feel good and kept them healthy. Modern research is now confirming what those cultures practiced for generations. Add cardamom to your morning tea or coffee. It has a warm, slightly sweet flavor that most people actually enjoy. And your heart will quietly thank you for it. Spice number 9, black seed, Nigella sativa. The spice with a 1,400-year-old promise that science finally verified. In Islamic tradition, there is a saying that goes back 1,400 years: in black seed, there is healing for every disease except death. For most of modern history, scientists dismissed this as religious tradition, not medicine. Then they actually studied it. The main compound in black seed, thymoquinone, has now been looked at in over 1,000 peer-reviewed studies. It has shown anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, blood sugar lowering, and brain protective properties across dozens of research settings. A 2019 review that analyzed 23 separate clinical trials found consistent results. Black seed supplementation reduced fasting blood sugar, lowered total cholesterol, and brought down blood pressure across multiple different populations. This is not one lucky study. This is 23 trials pointing in the same direction. Black seed oil is available in most health stores. You can take a teaspoon daily on its own or mix it into honey. The taste is strong, slightly bitter, slightly peppery. But what it does quietly inside your body is worth it. These 9 spices, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, garlic, cayenne, cloves, fenugreek, cardamom, and black seed, were used by civilizations that came before modern medicine. They've now been studied and confirmed by the science that came after it. And they've been largely ignored by a culture that makes money from selling you complexity. You don't need a $300 supplement stack. You need a better spice rack. Your body already has the receptors for these compounds. The pathways are already built in. These aren't foreign chemicals. They're substances your biology has been encountering for thousands of years. The system is already set up. You just have to give it the right inputs. Don't try to add all 9 at once. Pick one. Use it every day for 30 days. Notice what changes. Then add another. The most valuable thing in your kitchen might not be what you cook with. It might be what you've been ignoring on the shelf beside it. Your body doesn't care what's expensive. It cares what works. If you watch this far, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is made for. 2 things before you go. First, share this video with one person who needs it. A parent, a friend, someone dealing with inflammation or blood sugar issues. One share can genuinely change someone's health.